my name is Katie, and this is my very first YouTube video that I've ever made, so please don't judge me too harshly. It's a vegetarian cooking video, and I decided to do that because I'm vegetarian, and I noticed there weren't a lot of videos on YouTube for vegetarians, so I decided to make my contribution. I really hope you like it, and if you guys do, like and subscribe, and I will make some more videos for you. Thank you. Hi, my name is Katie. Most of my friends and family call me Kate, and I am a vegetarian. I have been a vegetarian my whole entire life, and the reason I'm doing this video is I love watching food channels and food videos, but most of the stuff is not vegetarian. Most of it is actually food that has meat in it, and I always try to do substitutes and kind of do my own version. I'm sure there's plenty of other vegetarians out there that feel the same as me and would love to actually get new ideas and see somebody make things that they can eat as well. So that's why I'm doing this video. I think it's funny because a lot of people think that if you're vegetarian, that if they ask you to go to dinner or something, that they have to take you somewhere special, or that you can't eat anything. I'm a vegetarian. I'm actually not a vegan. I always have people say, oh, we can't go to a steakhouse because you're vegetarian. Well, I love steakhouses because I can get a salad, I can get macaroni and cheese, I can get potatoes, I can get broccoli, carrots. There's a million things that I can get at a steakhouse, so I don't need anything special. But I get a lot of people that will ask me, oh, you're vegetarian, do you eat fish and chicken? And I just think it's so weird that people would ask me that because I don't know about you, but to me, vegetarian means you don't eat anything that's animal. So other than eggs, I don't eat anything that is a byproduct of an animal. So I think it's funny that people ask me that. I was born in Eugene, or raised and born in Eugene, Oregon. So being vegetarian wasn't unusual. And now I live in Nevada, and when I first moved here over 20 years ago, people thought you were a freak or crazy for being vegetarian, and now it's a lot more mainstream. And there's a lot of, places that offer vegetarian alternatives, which is really nice now. I'm the oldest of 5 kids, and I have an identical twin sister. Myself and her are the only 2 in our family that are still vegetarian, and my dad. But the rest of the family actually eats meat. I actually cook meat dishes for my own kids. Both of my kids, neither one of them are vegetarian. I'm actually a dish that my mom taught me to make. I honestly don't know where it came from, but we call it a Sham burger. Because it's obviously fake, no meat in it. And it's something really easy to make, super simple, and really good. I've actually made it for my friends that eat meat, and they actually love them. So I'm not gonna make any sides. Usually when I make this, I would make like a potato salad or something to go along with it. But I'm just gonna show you how I make it. I'm actually going to make, my daughter actually has lunch here soon, and I'm gonna make these really quick for her to eat. And I'm going to turn on my oven, my stove, just to medium. And this is the meat I'm using. It's Loma Veggie Burger. So I'm going to open this up. Sorry if you can hear, I have a dog and her name is Coco and she's barking, so sorry. So I'm just gonna put this in my bowl, all of it. And then I'm actually gonna put in 4 eggs, which I actually forgot to get out of my fridge, so hold on. I'm just gonna crack 4 eggs in here. So there's my 4 eggs, and then I'm going to put in, this is Lipton French onion soup mix. So I didn't keep the box, but that's what this is here. And I'm just gonna dump in the whole thing. And then I'm gonna mix it up. And I don't put cheese on this particular patty. I actually love cheese. I'm not vegan, I'm vegetarian. But honestly, this is so good and so flavorful. I just feel like the cheese actually kind of takes away from the flavor. So I actually don't put any cheese on this, which is rare because usually everything I cook has cheese in it. But a little tough to mix up here. The stove is actually on just medium heat, and I'll put olive oil in there once I get this mixed up. And I make my patties pretty big because I like to buy the bigger wheat buns, and so I make the patties pretty good size. Some of the shows I watch that are vegetarian, I just feel like the recipes are either really complicated or they're flavorless. There's just, I don't know. So hopefully someone will watch this and use this recipe, and maybe if people like this, I can do some more. My mom has been cooking for vegetarian for so many years. I mean, I'm 45 years old, so she's been cooking vegetarian for close to 50 years. So she has a lot of good recipes, and she's taught me a lot of stuff throughout the years. Okay, I think this is pretty well mixed up. I'm gonna go ahead and put some olive oil on there. You could use avocado oil or whatever kind of oil you like. I've acquired a taste for olive oil, so I always use olive oil. It's just extra virgin olive oil, and that's what I'm putting in there. But you can use any type of oil that you like. Let that heat up. And these don't have to cook for very long. Probably not even 5 minutes. I'm gonna actually grab a different spoon for this, just a regular spoon. And I think this is probably hot enough now. Let's test it. Oh, maybe another second or so. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the patty on the stove here. Like I said, I kind of make them a little bit bigger because I like the bigger buns, the wheat buns. So this is kind of what it looks like here on the pan. And I'm actually gonna let it cook for till you can kind of tell when it needs to be flipped, because the eggs kind of the top starts to get a little bit white. You can kind of tell. So once it's ready to flip, I'll go ahead and flip it. My kids don't like a lot of the fake veggie meats. This is actually one of the veggie meats they'll actually eat. I also make a cottage cheese loaf that my kids do actually like as well. But most of the time for them, I'm making something like steak or chicken or fish or something like that for them. And then, like I said, I'll eat the sides or make myself something different. This is the troublemaker here. This is the one that's causing all the trouble. She's kind of little, huh? You're kind of little to be making all that noise, huh? Yes, I love you too. No more trouble. No more trouble. This is Coco the troublemaker. You can see the sides are starting to, the egg is starting to, you can see it starting to cook. So almost like an omelet, you can see the sides. As I said before, I've had friends come over and I've made them these Sham burgers, and they actually, a few friends have said they've preferred them over the meat hamburgers. So, and my mom actually really likes them too. She eats meat, and she's, you know, but she'll make these. She'll eat this instead of the hamburger. They are really good. They have a really good flavor. They're healthy. They're really good. They're a great meat alternative. Onion soup mix makes it really flavorful, and I think that's why my kids actually will eat it. It almost tastes like an onion ring or something. It's really good. But I don't know where the recipe came from. I know my mom is the one that started making these for us when we were kids, and I don't honestly know where she learned it from. So I'll have to figure that out and find out where this recipe came from. Check it and see. It's about ready to be flipped. You can see that it's turning a little bit of the egg on the side. You can kind of see, and it's starting to cook. So I think it's almost about ready to be flipped over. Now I'm gonna flip it over. It looks good, it smells really good. So while I'm waiting for that to be done, these are the buns I use. I really like these Oro wheat. They're whole grains, 100% whole wheat. They're, like I said, a little bit larger bun, and I actually like these a lot. So I'll get my plate ready. Like I said, I don't put cheese on this, and I don't like mustard. So I'm not a big fan of mustard, so I usually don't put mustard on these. I like mayo. I am using light mayo this time, just the Best Foods light mayo. But, and I just put it on the top part of the bun, sorry. You can do Vegenaise. Vegenaise is probably the only mayonnaise alternative that I actually like. But I wasn't able to find that at the store when I went, so that's why I didn't do that. But yeah, just a little bit of mayo. And then I have avocado. I don't know if I'll put the avocado on there, but I'll put a little bit of lettuce on here. And then I'm gonna put a tomato. I'll slice up a tomato here. And an onion. I love onion. I'm just doing a red onion. I don't like this part of the tomato. And I like salt, so I'm gonna put a little bit of salt on this tomato here. And then I'm gonna put some onion on here. And this is my first video, so if it kind of seems a little unprofessional, it is because I have never done a video before. My kids have kind of bugged me to do something, and through quarantine, I kind of got bored watching, I love watching people do videos, but I was like, man, I wish more people would, do videos of food, vegetarian food. I probably watched every, video you can of people that actually do vegetarian dishes. So I kind of wanted to contribute my 2 cents into this. So that's kind of why I did this. I think my patty's ready. So I'm gonna put it on the bun, and kind of made it a little bit big for the bun, but that's all right. And then I'm just gonna cut it in half. Move this out of the way. And patty. You can see it, there it is. And this is what it looks like. And I'm gonna take a bite of it. I'm hungry, it's lunchtime. Kind of hot, but super good. So if you'd like to try something vegetarian that's really good, I would recommend the Sham burger. It's really good.